Soundstripe.
Trying to get a lot of dough. Anything is possible. Turn me up in the headphone.
Soundstripe.
Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Yeah. Oh man, I got a lot of goals. Stack that bread and by my nose. Anything is possible. Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Hey. Oh man, I got a lot of goals. Stack that bread and by my nose. Anything is possible.
Welcome back to the XandO Sports Show. I'm your host, Ricky G. Stanley. Hope everybody's doing well on this great Sunday evening. The NFL is about to start some camps in a couple weeks. Really excited. Most time I just watch training camp and have it on a loop. But I'm excited about these rookies and sophomores this year. So to start the video off, we're going to do the rookies I'm most excited about seeing this year. Number one on the list is Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan. Defensive end. I feel like he's going to be a keystone and an anchor for that Detroit Lions D-line. I feel like they're going to need some solid pieces and get some pressure on a quarterback. Detroit, to me, last year, they didn't have a problem really scoring as much. They had a lot of problems stopping people. So I feel like Aiden Hutchinson, with him being in that defense, and there's not of expectation, I feel like he's going to get at least between 9 and 10 sacks this year. So good luck, Aiden Hutchinson. You made the list. Ahmad Garner, a.k.a. Sauce. I feel like he is going to be a difference maker in that secondary. He's out of the University of Cincinnati. I feel like with his long range and actually good foot skills and ball skills, I feel like he's going to make an addition, and people are going to have to respect him. He already has a swagger that as if he could play in New York. He's going to have to prove it, but they haven't had a great secondary, in my opinion, since Cromartie and Darrelle Revis played together. So let's see if Ahmad Gardner can actually take care of that. Next is Kayvon Thibodeaux. Kayvon Thibodeaux is out of the University of Oregon. Everybody knows he's a good player. Good player can make plays. However, the Giants are not a great defensive team. They've had Collins. They've had Ha Dix, if I'm not mistaken. They had a lot of pass rushers. They haven't had a dominating defense, in my opinion, since that 2017 when they beat the Patriots. So, Giants, you guys been solid, but I feel like Kayvon Thibodeaux is that player that you can put in any defense and he can thrive. So let's see if Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to be able to thrive, even though the Giants, to me, suck. So, Kyle Hamilton is next. I really like Kyle, especially when he was at Notre Dame before he got banged up. My favorite play with Kyle Hamilton. He was playing free safety on the right hash. Quarterback drops back from Florida State, looks him off, throws to the right. He actually speed turns and get all the way across the opposite hash. The ball is looking like it's going out of bounds because the player was overthrown. He intercepts it. I have not seen that much range in a free safety in a long time. Most of the time, if they're going to see it's going out of bounds, they'll be like, oh, okay, receiver's not going to catch it. He can make plays, and he's playing for the Baltimore Ravens. So the fact that he can make and have that type of range, they give him that Ed Reed vibes. Not yet, son. Not yet. But I like him. He has a lot of range. I feel like he's going to have to be tough playing for the Ravens. He's going to have to be able to hit people as well. So Kyle Hamilton is going to be the best addition for them this year if he's healthy, because they had a lot of injuries last year. And Lamar Jackson is going to need a playmaker somewhere on defense besides the defensive line. Thing is, those guys got pressure, but eventually they get tired if everybody's blowing coverages in the secondary. So, Kyle Hamilton, let's see what you got this year. Do not make me look bad because I put you on my list. All right, next, of course, I had him up here, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is a defensive tackle out of University of Alabama. Who does he play for? My Philadelphia Eagles. I even got some gloves right here. So, I played for my Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody know for the last 10 years, we have been relying on Fletcher Cox's athletic ability and his strength and just his explosiveness. However, the Eagles are moving in a different direction, and they only got him on a 1-year deal. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to sign him back after this 1 year. So Jordan Davis, soak up as much as you can. I'm not going to expect you to play flawlessly, but there's a lot that you can learn from a future Hall of Famer. Be sure to do that. Stay healthy, and I'm looking forward to watching you play this year. Last but not least, somebody that people probably thought I wouldn't put on my list because I don't like Pittsburgh College because they give Miami fits. The University of Miami, that is. Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh. I feel like he was the only first round pick in this year's draft. Everybody had the kid from Cincinnati. They had what was the other kid? Oh gosh. They had the kid out of Carolina. All these guys, I'm looking like none of these guys are first round picks. Kenny Pickett was the only one, and he went like 29th, if I'm not mistaken. That was where I had him at, late first round. So he was in a pro style offense. He's going to have a hard nosed coach, a solid defense, and that coach is really not going to take too much room for error. So I feel like Kenny Pickett with that running game, give him a solid tight end and those receiver weapons. I feel like Kenny Pickett could have a good year and also be in the running for possibly rookie of the year. So I'm not saying he's going to win it, but he got the ability to do it if he stays healthy. Next up are the sophomores I'm looking forward to seeing. The sophomores. Number 1 is Trevor Lawrence. Of course, he's the number 1 overall pick. I feel like the bad season they had last year had nothing to do with his play all the time. He did have some bad plays, but I expected it because he's a rookie. The game is a little faster, and you can't get away with some of those foolish throws that you did in college. But I feel like Trevor Lawrence have the tools, and it helps that he has Doug Peterson this year. Doug Peterson loves to get young quarterbacks and try to develop them. Unfortunately, it didn't work for Carson Wentz, not because of Dougie P, just because of Carson Wentz, because he's made out of, peanut brittle. So, Doug Peterson, young team, I don't think it's a lot of expectation. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to have a step-up year. If you have more touchdowns and turnovers and at least get 6 wins this year, I feel like you're going in the right direction, Trevor Lawrence, and let's see. Next on the list is Jamar Chase. He had a field day with everybody he played against pretty much last year. Those DBs had nightmares on type of nightmares. So, with a year of film, can Jamar Chase take the step up? And it was like, well, how far can he go? He's going to have to take the step up because everybody has seen what he can do, and nobody wants to see him gritty anymore. But Jamar Chase, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like if he can work on his short-range routes as well, because we know he can go deep, and he can run. So if he work on those short-range routes and some of his releases, I think he's going to be a receiver that everybody has to deal with. So good luck, guys, because he's a handful. Next on my list is a wild horse. Javonte Williams from the University of UNC. I think he was very impressive for his rookie season last year. I got to watch him a little bit, and I got to see him up close because Miami played him like 2 years ago, and he embarrassed us. So he can actually play. Not because he beat Miami. I just feel like he has what it takes. He had about 903 yards this year rushing and 316 yards receiving. That's over 1,000 yards total for a rookie back that didn't even get every carry. So with over 1,000 yards, that's a pretty good start. And everybody knows since the 90s, they've been running that zone style rushing attack. I've noticed that most backs they have get 1,000 yards regardless. But the better the back, the better the running offense. So I think 1,000 yards minimum with any back. But if they gave him majority of the carries, I think he can have like a 1,400 yard season. That's just me doing predictions off of what he can do. All right, staying with the Broncos. Next on the list, I'm excited to see, is Patrick Surtain II. He got another year to get bigger and stronger and actually help, I guess loosen his hips in some of his coverages. I feel like he's a strong man-to-man type guy, but he's going to play a little zone too because just because you can lock your side down, it may be a blown coverage over there. So it'll help that he can actually play some zone as well because that will help out the overall defense, be able to play more than one style of defense. With the AFC getting better offensively, he has to go through the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders. And we know none of those quarterbacks are to sneeze at. So he's going to have a good year this year to anchor them to get them to the playoffs. You already got Russell Wilson. I feel like Miniature Houdini is going to do his part. So now it's time to do yours. Next on my list, Jalen Phillips from the University of Miami. I'm excited to see him. Last year, even though he's out of the University of Miami, I feel like he produced well no matter what. He's athletic, he's long, he's tall, and he's gifted. He actually had to replace, I can't even think of his name. He came out of Miami. Well, he had to replace him because that guy was like, hey, COVID is out. I'm not going to play. So he comes in late and does his thing. So then he gets drafted by the Dolphins. First round pick, he played 17 games but only started 5. He had 42 total tackles and 8.5 sacks. I feel like it was pretty impressive with all the turmoil that was going on with the Dolphins. I feel like this year, if he's a full-time starter, I'm guaranteeing him at least 11.5 sacks, double digits. I think after he gets about 4 or 5 in the first couple of weeks, they're going to start double teaming him, and he's going to have to start actually working on his pass rushing skills. I feel like he has it, but, it could be, fine tooth like a comb. I'm hoping that he gets most of the snaps and get those totals up, because I actually watch the Dolphins from time to time because one of my subscribers is a big Dolphins fan. So I always try to, if he doesn't catch the game, I at least give him the highlights. So that's the list of players I have for rookies and sophomores I'm looking forward to. Like I said, when you see those young guys get out there and play well early, to me, it makes the game that much better, because you're going to have veterans, and I actually expect veterans to show up every game. But the rookies, most of the time, it's like a bell curve. It's like, they may be good this year. They may not come into this rookie. But I like to see them thrive. So, in due time, we'll see how they are. But as for time, this is mine. I'm your host, Ricky G. Stanley, and I am
Soundstripe.
out here.
Gonna get a lot of dough. Anything is possible. Turn me up in the headphone.
Soundstripe.
Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Yeah. Oh man, I got a lot of goals. Stack that bread and by my nose. Anything is possible. Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the